So I've come up with three pieces of evidence that also model how to um, agree, disagree, and then consider counter. So my first piece of evidence. Now, when I talk to you about style and I talk to you about all that narrative and descriptive writing practice that we've done, this is where it really comes into play. I want to be thinking of something that I can create and develop a really clear image on. And so I need to really get in touch with the things that matter to me most, that mean the most to me. Now, it is interesting that this question in my mind relates a little bit to what's going on in history right now. So I have a lot of things I consider, but I'm trying to lead towards an image, and hopefully you'll see that when I get there. In Depression era America, my grandparents and great grandparents knew what it meant to earn a penny and therefore knew what it meant to save one. And my commentary. The America of the Depression was one that parallels what we are seeing today in history. Since the coronavirus has hit, all I can think about is my grandmother and how she used to. Now, here I am playing around with image, um, playing around with anecdote. She used to save McDonald's coffee cups and lids, clean her aluminum foil and plastic baggies for reuse, and plant a victory garden that produced veggies and fruits throughout the year. Nanny was the idea of a penny saved is a penny earned personified. Now, in the midst of a great historical event, one of nature, one we all cannot control, now we are seeing the need to save, the need to consider our money from different perspectives, the need to be educated about economy, saving, buying, etc. And I could go on and develop a really nice essay. Now, my evidence three, what I'm doing here is I'm going to consider the counter. And there are many sentence stems again, and they say, I say, that will help you consider the counter, but this is a way I'm going to lead into further evidence. Some may say that the very existence of access to unprecedented amounts of knowledge and global connections makes it easier for people of any background to earn, to pull themselves out of poverty. Perhaps they might even suggest that the side gig economy is proof that saving and growing savings is certainly doable, certainly attainable. I would have to respond with disagreement because the consumerism machine is one based on highest profit, outsourcing, and importing all lead to difficult work conditions for the marginalized, bleeding them of their day-to-day joys and abilities to ever change their economic situations. So notice too, I'm kind of building towards something. I want to kind of explore this idea that working this much so hard and never being able to save, that is the great tragedy, and the very nature of that existing means that a penny saved is a penny earned doesn't apply today. Okay. Imagine a sweatshop thousands of miles away. That sweatshop exists because of the high demand and consumerism that drives the US economy. The sweatshop is not an image of a penny saved as a penny earned. On the contrary, it is an image of the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Yes, I am sure that the rich can understand the adage, blah, blah, blah. And I can keep going, okay? But I'm going to sort of stay in the heart of this idea. I'm kind of imagining a person who is going to make even less than that American couple that I considered earlier. That the very use of the sweatshop, that its existence is built around consumerism, and that therefore it sort of negates a penny saved as a penny earned. Because if the poor can never save anything, how can they how can they grow anything? How can they earn anything from their saved pennies? So that's it in a nutshell.